All right. Got it. It says got it. That's so funny. All right, guys. So my name is Tiffany Smith, and this is Gina. She'll introduce herself in a minute. We are super excited for you to be here. I won't lie, we're both super fun Enneagram 7, 8s who love to chit chat. And so keeping something to 30 minutes is pretty difficult for us. So if we seem to be racing through or looking at our script, it's because we want to stay on track and we want to be respectful of your time. We know everyone has a ton of stuff going on. And so we want to try to keep this to the 30 minutes that we allotted. So we appreciate you giving us your time and being here. We are going to talk tonight about the Young Living business opportunity and just tell you some very basic information about it. I'm going to share my story with you, and then Gina will share hers. My story could be like a whole hour-long conversation in itself, so it's really difficult for me to keep it short. So just a little bit about me. I'm an RN. I've been an RN for 17 years. I have 6 children, and what led me into more natural integrated medicine was 3 of them have chronic illnesses, and just Western medicine alone wasn't cutting it for us. And so we started seeing some really significant changes with diet and vitamins. And then when we finally, I was the biggest skeptic when I finally took the plunge into essential oils. It really was the missing link for our family. And so I started sharing, despite being very weary of network marketing or MLMs. And, but I couldn't help but tell people of the changes that had happened in our family from the products. And then somebody explained to me the actual difference in pyramid scheme and network marketing. And I was like, wow, this is actually like a legitimate business. And then I read a book called The 4-Year Career. It's a really short read, about an hour read, but it really explained what network marketing is. And that really helped me see that this could be potential for us, because at the same time, as I said, had 6 kids with chronic illnesses and was working part-time as an RN. And so we were stretched very thin on time and finances. And so the whole reason I started doing this was to just help us with some extra income. My original goal was just to get the products we needed paid for, which was a huge blessing in itself. Then we had been praying for years for a way for me. I enjoy working, so I wanted to work, but working shift work was very difficult. And the job I had, I was on call 24/7. And so for 4 years straight, I was on call for 24/7. So we had been praying for a long time for a way for me to work from home and a way for me to be able to work when I could work and not work when I couldn't, because one of our children was being hospitalized quite frequently at the time. It was very difficult to maintain the job that I had with that. And my husband is a firefighter, so he does shift work too. And so he was going 24 hours at a time. So we had been praying for a long time for a way for me to help with finances, to be fulfilled and be able to still work, but to be able to be home and to be able to take off when I needed, and to be able to plan around it. And I can say that Young Living has given us all of those things. It has far exceeded just paying for our product now. I was able to quit my other job. Today I was able to drop my kids off at school, pick my kids up, take my kids to baseball, and still do my exercise, and then fit in, do my work. So it's not that you don't work, you do work, but I'm able to fit in the times that I work around my family and my life and my schedule and make a lot more money than I did working as an RN. So Young Living has far exceeded, this business has far exceeded any expectations I had. And it was actually an answer to all of those prayers we had been praying for so long. So I'm so thankful for it. And I love sharing about it. Gina, do you want to tell your story?
Sure. There's a lot of overlap. So I won't say a lot of the same things, but I mean, a lot of the same things that Tiffany said, I could say. My name is Gina. I started with Young Living in 2012. So 10 years ago, I guess. It's crazy. But I honestly just started it because I had a lifelong autoimmune disorder that I had tried everything for. And the first thing that had really helped me to get to a level of health where I could even function was changing my diet. And I found out about my food sensitivities and things like that. So I knew that whatever was going to take me to the next level was going to be through nutrition as well, because I had been on medications my entire life, been misdiagnosed and on medications that I was told that I would be on for my entire life. So by the time I found Young Living, I was on so many medications, I could hardly function. And one of my medications that I was supposed to be on for my whole entire life was making me lose my hair. It was $300 a month alone just for that one. And I had very thin hair. I just didn't feel good. It wasn't even really helping. It was just barely taking the edge off of what I was experiencing. So I was like, I need help. And so I actually reached out on Facebook and said, does anyone know of a naturopath in the area? We had just moved back to Oklahoma and I needed some help. And so someone contacted my husband at the time and said, my wife can help your wife. Would she be willing to hear about these essential oils? And I was so desperate. I just was like, okay, I'll do anything. I'll try anything. I'll hear anything. And so I did. At the time we were in ministry, we were pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. We had a great life. Like the Lord provided everything for us that we needed, but things were really super tight. So I didn't have the money to invest in oils on top of all my medication. So I remember saying, I'm going to try this for 3 months. And if it doesn't work, then I promise I'll never buy another oil again. I won't do it, but I've just got to try it. She says it's going to work. This lady's telling me it's going to work. She's really confident. She was very convincing. And it did work. So I was able to get off of all of those medications. My life was completely transformed. I didn't even look at the business for over a year. I wouldn't look at it. I threw all the business materials away. I didn't want to have anything to do with network marketing. I had misconceptions about it as well. So I just did not want to have anything to do with it. But despite that, so many people noticed such a difference in my health that they started asking me and I couldn't not share. And then when I saw that it was helping them too, and people were getting better and like all these people's lives were being changed, I was like, why am I not sharing this? Why I need to start sharing. So I did start sharing here and there a little bit, and my oils were paid for, which was amazing. And I would have been happy if that was all that ever happened, just that my oils got paid for the rest of my life. But then my best friend at the time, Emily Anderson, was like, hey, we really need to think about doing this as a business. Let's do it together. It'll be fun. And so we birthed Essential Families, which is our team, and we started teaching classes, and it grew, and we saw so many lives change. And just like Tiffany, the freedom that we have experienced, and the financial freedom, the time freedom, the health freedom, all of that stuff has just, it's blown my mind. Like it's insane whenever I really think about where we were and then where we are now and what we're able to do and just the lives that we're able to impact. So it really has been the hugest blessing in our lives. So this is one reason why we want to share it with you guys. And we're committed to sharing an opportunity call at least once a month. So if you guys hear of anybody after this call that wants to learn about this, we'll have this recorded, but also we'll be providing this every month for you guys.
That's right. Okay. So let's talk about, I think a lot of people have misconceptions that like I did about MLMs or network marketing. So we want to talk about why Young Living and why the business model of Young Living. So Young Living is considered a network marketing company. There's lots of different names for this: network marketing, direct sales. Gina, I think you can go to the next slide now, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
And then network marketing and direct sales. I think a lot of us have the idea or have heard of pyramid schemes. So I just want to let you know that pyramid schemes are absolutely illegal. They're a totally different thing. Network marketing or direct sales has been around for a long time. Avon is one of the first direct sales company, which is a huge company. And I'm going to guess that the majority of people on here have bought at least one product from a network marketing company. I had bought lots of products. I loved some Pampered Chef products. I had bought some Avon things. I had bought some things from other network marketing companies. So I didn't have any problem purchasing from them. But I think we all have probably experienced that icky person that presented something to us in the wrong manner. And I did not want to be that icky person. And so that was one reason I was like, no, there's no way I can do it. And I also just was like, I think everyone I know already knows about oils. So I'm not going to do this. But the information I got that really changed my mind and started looking at it was, one, I was like, wait, Avon is one of the best selling companies. It changed women's lives. It helped them. Like network marketing is a huge woman. The majority of millionaire women in the world are from network marketing companies. And so we're people to people, we're person to person. That's how we do things, right? That's how most women operate. But the main thing that helped me was to know that the majority of companies, normal companies, or brick and mortar companies is what I mean, have a budget of 50 to 60% of their profit intake goes to marketing and campaigns. So this means it goes to commercials, which, like, think about how much you hear a Super Bowl commercial is and how much of the company's profit is going into just even one of those commercials. So this is commercials, billboards, all of the ads you see on social media or Facebook, any of the mail outs you get. And so what network marketing or direct sales does is they know that research has shown that the majority of people buy off of a recommendation. They don't buy off of a commercial, really. And so they buy off of a recommendation. And so instead of spending 50 to 60% of a profit on marketing, they spend that on paying the people who recommend their products. Like, it just, to me, I'm like, that's so genius. When someone told me it like that, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense, because I recommend things at Target and other stores all the time, and they don't pay me a dime, but I recommend it because, hey, these, hey, girls, these leggings are awesome. Hey, I love these tank tops. You should go get them. I would love it if I got a percentage back of that, which I'm already sharing. And so that really is all network marketing is. And that's the business model Young Living chose to use, because they knew that getting it into homes, the goal and the why of Young Living is to get essential oils into every home. And our goals and our whys of our team is to empower people to make the health and wellness choices that they need in their home. And we want to empower families to be in charge of their health. And so that's really our mission and goal. That's why we're here. And that's why we've chosen to do this with a network marketing company, because it is a great opportunity, whether you want to make just an extra $100 a month, or if you want to take over your career, and you have the choice in that. So this can be just a side part gig to make an extra couple $100 to make your vacation, pay for your kids' piano, or you can do it to the point that it takes over your income, like I was able to do and Gina was able to do. Does that clear up any misconceptions you guys have had of network marketing?
If you guys, like, as we're talking, if you have anything to add in the chat, go for it. If you have any questions, or if you have any comments about any of this, feel free to just pop into the chat. So speaking of income, this is real income. I mean, we need to share with you all the real numbers of what it means to work Young Living as a business. And this chart here was a little bit shocking for me whenever I first saw it. Whenever I very first started the business, I could not have imagined, I really honestly, like, I couldn't have imagined getting past the point of executive. And now we have been earning diamond, and even sometimes I haven't hit crown diamond, but even crown diamond income at different points. So I can tell you this is real. We have lots of people at all these different levels on our team, and I know what they get paid because we have conversations about it. And this is just the average 2020 statistics of what the incomes are for Young Living. So if you look at these, like which one of these would change the way that you live your life? Like I really probably would have been happy just with getting executive income and paying for my oils, like even where we were. But I can tell you that obviously it's a lot, it's a lot better being where we are. And the income with Young Living is legacy income. It is willable. It is, you can will your downline. If something happens to me, I can will it to my kids. They can take it over. It's my retirement, basically. Like it's amazing. The business is not necessarily a walk in the park. You definitely do have to work for it. I know whenever we first started doing it, it was just so much fun. And it just seemed so easy because it was just an overflow. We were so excited about how much the oils were changing our lives that it didn't even seem like we were really working. So I think that like I probably downplayed how much work it actually took because it didn't feel like work, but it is work. I mean, you do have to work. It doesn't just come super easy, but work just looks like sharing. It just looks like sharing what works for you, really getting to know people, having those conversations and getting into their lives and helping them figure out how to make solutions for their life. And that's what work is. And then this is the income potential that there is. So it's pretty amazing.
It is amazing. I was just looking at that too and thinking like, when I started, I was like, well, executive would totally change your lives. And I don't know what I would do as silver. And I make around a platinum income. I have hit diamond, but that's around what I make. So as you can see, there's all different levels of income. And it has been completely life-changing. So again, it's how much you want to put into it, how fast you want to do it, how hard you want to work and what's important. But I think it is so good to look at that and really think about like, what would be a game changer for my family. I want to talk about, like, we all know money isn't everything. It is a huge motivator. But I want to talk about some of the other benefits. As I mentioned, time freedom was one of the biggest benefits and still is one of the biggest benefits. You just saw the income I make, and I do that operating at about a 15 to 20 hour a week work week. That is a lot more money than I was making as an RN, even though I was consulting and making a high income for RNs. I still make a lot more in that time. And the beautiful thing is I pick the time, like I said. And so I pick when I vacation, I pick when I take off, I get to choose the time of day I work. Everything goes around the priorities in my life. And so it does take work, it does take time, but my family is my priority. And the fact that I can just take time off if I need to be with them, or I can operate in time, the times that they're at school or not, is really, really, it's really, truly amazing. The other thing is there is no income ceiling. I haven't hit an income ceiling. Gina hasn't hit it. We can still make more, do more. And so that I think is beautiful because you can pick how much income you really want to make from this and how much you put into it. As Gina mentioned, it is a willable income. So that means that the work I put in today, if something happens to me, my children and my husband would still be able to get the income, which is like, it's truly comforting and amazing. Because if you think about it, if something happens to you, wouldn't it be amazing if your income kept coming to your family even after you were gone? That would truly be a huge blessing. No inventory or overhead was a huge thing for me. So you can join Young Living just with the purchase of product, and you can become a brand partner for about $40. So a brand partner is what we call our business partners. So we have brand partners and customers, and brand partners $40. So that is a very small amount to pay to start your own business. It comes with business essential kits. so that you know you have in your home what you need. It helps you with that. That's a very small thing. And then one thing I never liked about, like I said, I had bought Pampered Chef, I had bought some clothes and things. I like, people had asked me to do that, and I was like, there's no way. Like, I do not want to keep inventory. I don't want to keep a closet full of stuff. I don't want to have a room. That is basically having a store in your home. That is not what we're doing. And I love the fact that I don't have to have inventory, which means I have a worldwide business. We have people all over the world. We have people in Mexico and the Netherlands, in Canada. We have people in South Africa. We have people all over the world doing this. And so you're not limited by having to have an inventory in your home and who is close to you. It's so, so, so amazing. You can get on here now and do a class around the world, and they can get the product sent straight to them. That was a really big deal to me, because there was no way I didn't have the space for it, and I didn't have the time or energy to keep an inventory of product. And then the best thing is relationships. Gina and I should be competitors. We're not on the same team. I'm on Living Life team. She's Essential Families. We found each other and got to know each other through Young Living and meeting up and supporting each other. And we've become best friends. And really, my best friends in my life are from Young Living now, and not all of them are on my team. But when you find this and you have people like-minded, and you have people that are shooting for the same goals, and the goals is in like having more time with your family and having more freedom in life and helping other people. Those are our goals I'm talking about. Your relationships are so tight and so grounded and so amazing. And so really the relationships is a huge plus. The community of people that I have in this company and on my team is totally a game changer. It's such a blessing.
It is. The relationships are so huge. I've met, just being able to meet people too around the world, like at convention or whatever, who are on our team or who aren't. It is incredible. I feel the same way. All my best friends probably are Young Living, and we legitimately, like, I'll get messages from Tiffany's people who need something that they ran out of or whatever. I never even stop to think about whether they are on my team or not. It's just truly, Young Living has the best people. So how do you get paid? All you have to do to get paid, all you have to do to start this as a business is become a brand partner. So whenever you sign up now with Young Living, you just sign up as a customer. You don't have to do the business. You don't have to be a brand partner. But if you want to, then you just have to get the Business Essentials Kit, which is $29.95. I think I heard you say, Tiffany, 40. Did you say 40?
I thought it was $39.95.
I think it's $29.95.
Okay, sorry.
But we need to check on that, because I want to make sure, but I'm almost positive that it's $29.95. Okay. But obviously you need to place an order of any amount, and then get that Business Essentials Kit. Some people are already grandfathered in. If you already received any kind of check before the comp plan changed, then you might already be a brand partner, and you would know that by what it says in your downline. It would say associate. Is that right? It will say either A or C. And if it says C, you're a customer and you need to become a brand partner. And so all you have to do is get that Business Essentials Kit and then start referring other people to Young Living. So you just have to get people signed up, and you want to be on Subscribe to Save, and you want to get people signed up and help them get on Subscribe to Save, and just start sharing what you're doing. That's all you have to do to get paid.
It is. Can people just verify? It is $29.95. So okay. That's even better. $30 to start a business is awesome.
Yeah. There's no business. Like, whenever we've done a lot of research on what it costs to start a small business. And minimum, most people are looking at like $50,000 to start like a brick and mortar small business. And you don't turn a profit in, on average in at least a year, sometimes 2 years. And you can start turning a profit immediately with Young Living if you just share. So It's important for you to get on subscribe to save though pretty quickly. You don't have to get paid, but it's important for you to do it because you have to use and love the products. I mean, everyone does this differently, but I don't really even recommend to anyone that they try to do this as a business until they're already using and loving the products, because I'm just one of those people who I'm not going to try to sell something that is not working for me. So it's so much easier. Like once you have a testimony, once you're placing those orders every month, then you have something to share. You have your own stories, and stories sell. So get on subscribe to save. It's so easy. Subscribe to save is that what this next section is about? Let me see. Oh, right here. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is what we just were saying. So you purchase your business essentials kit to become a brand partner. You have to get 100 CV for associate through executive ranks, and then 100 PV for silver plus per month. What all that means is that, so you don't have to order every single month if you are just starting out, but you have to have customer volume of 100 underneath you on your first level. So people have to be ordering underneath you at 100. But like I said, you want to be ordering every month anyway, because you want to be a product of the product. And then once you hit that silver rank or above, then you're required to purchase your own 100 PV per month, in addition to whatever else other people are purchasing in order to continue to get paid. That's still such a small investment. That is such a small investment to run a business.
All right. So the next steps, I think the most important thing on there, which she may have said, but it was to be a product of the product. And so that is the main thing. As Gina and I both shared our stories, we were a product of the product, and we had a natural overflow of sharing from that. And sometimes because our lives are so different and we're so much more and it's just a natural lifestyles, like sometimes we have to remind ourselves, like, hey, our kid came in last night with an upset stomach and I put Digise on it and it was totally fine. And other people don't have that, and they just let their kids have an upset stomach all night. And like, it's just crazy to us because it's become such a natural part of our lives. And so being a product of the product, and every single person who has any oil in their home definitely has a story, right? They have a testimony, and just sharing that with other people and sharing other people's testimonies with other people is really the main thing to this business, is having your own wellness goals, using the product and sharing it with others. So the next step we already said is join subscribe to save if you haven't already, because you can't be a product of the product if you're not using it and getting it. And that's the cheapest way to buy, and you get extra points back and you get free loyalty rewards. I also think it's a good idea to try to get the gifts every month, which come for free at 100 PV, 190. And so that was the way that we started building on the products that we were able to use. So we did transfer buying, meaning I started buying things I was buying at other places, like our vitamin C and our cleaner, and buying those from Young Living. So I just was able to transfer money I was already using at other places, use it at Young Living, and then I could hit those gifts for free every month and get product in and start trying it for free. And so that was how, on a very limited, I had a very, very limited budget. That is how I ended up started getting the products in our home to try, and then sharing with more people in order to get those orders paid for. That was my first goal, and I think that should be everybody's first goal. Second is become a brand partner, which we already talked about. It's $29.95, not $39.95, and getting your business essentials kit. And again, it comes with information to help you start your journey. 3 is start sharing. It's as simple as telling your mom, hey, try this Copaiba on your arthritis hands, or your friend who's having anxiety, give them your stress away or peace and calm and have them try it. Your friend that can't sleep or has a kid with colic, let him have some lavender to try. Just start sharing. People have problems. We have solutions. And so the whole part of this business is just giving people the solutions we have, or offering to them and letting them decide if they want to try it or not. Fourth is check out the follow-up class. And so we are going to plan a follow-up class that's a little more detailed on what to do, when to do it. And we have in all of our groups, Essential Families and Living Life to the Fullest, we have under events, classes already planned out too. So we already have like a supplements class coming up, an emotions and oils class coming up. We have some challenges. We do some book clubs. So make sure you're checking our events and what we have coming up. And we're going to do another class soon that's a little bit higher than this one. Fifth is download the Life Steps app. If you don't have the Life Steps app, whether you are going to become a brand partner or not, you need to get it. It has tons of great information just on health and wellness and products, but it does have information on the business. And so once you download that Life Steps app, you need to go and watch the Start Here business training and the Launch Your Business videos. They are super helpful and will help you get started immediately. They're short, sweet, and will really, really help you get a boost on what to do and when. It is. Life Steps app is a game changer, someone says. So good.
It definitely is. I think that like we're out of time.
Yeah, we did it. 8:02. Let's do it.
I can't do anything in 30 minutes, but I think we got just the basics. And so that's what our goal is every month, to just get the basics out there in a quick 30-minute chat. And of course, we'll post this in our groups. And if you guys have any specific questions, reach out to us, reach out to the person who signed you up, reach out to the person who invited you to this class. Like, we are here to help you. We're all here to help every one of you. And we hope that you'll seriously consider jumping into the business and sharing it with someone else. If you know someone else, if you're already doing the business and you are afraid of taking that next step and asking people to jump into the business, just invite them to one of these calls. Invite them to the call next month, or send them the call whenever we post the recording. Either way, because it really does make a huge difference in people's lives. And like Tiffany said, it's such a part of our life now. Oils are such a huge part of our life, like every moment of every day, that we just kind of take it for granted. And we forget that not everyone has what we have, but we have the power to share with them. So we want to, and we know that you guys do too. And you might as well get paid for it.
That's all right. Thank you guys so much for your time. If you have any questions, we could stop the recording and then answer questions if you have any. But if not, you can log off, and we appreciate you coming.
Okay, I'll stop.
I have a question.
Okay.
Go for it.
Do I wait for the record? Okay. I have been using the